The crypto market is green. As you can see in front of you, many altcoins are going up today after the Ethereum breakout. But in today's video, I'm going to do something slightly different to what I do normally. I'm not going to give you a traditional market update, but instead, I want to talk about one topic, which is why now is a massive opportunity in crypto. I'm going to explain where we currently are in the altcoin cycle and why we could be on the precipice of something absolutely massive and how you can use this period to your advantage. So let's keep this a short video. Let's get straight into everything that you need to know. If you do want a market update today, I instead dropped it on my Telegram. So I'll leave the link in the description below to join my private Telegram. It is free, and I gave you 3 trades which I'm currently interested in. So my current Bitcoin trade that I'm in and 2 other trades that I'm taking today. So for the actionable alpha, after this video, go and watch that video in my Telegram below. It's my free Telegram community called The Vault, which is absolutely amazing. I'm posting very short daily market updates in there. But in today's video on YouTube, I want to go over a bigger concept as it pertains to a huge opportunity in the market. And this opportunity is talking about alt season. Now, I'm not going to go through discourse that I've gone through in previous videos about why this alt season is different. In fact, the definition now means something probably entirely different to what it meant last time. We're not going to see every single altcoin go up all at once, although there will be some sort of wealth effect, which we're going to discuss. We're not going to see maybe majors, tripling, quadrupling, going up 10x like, we did in previous cycles. But we will definitely see select narratives perform really, really well. We probably will see a lift in the overall majors, and we probably will see Ethereum continuing to go up, which is good for the altcoin market overall. But despite altcoin season being very different this cycle, the trigger, in my opinion, is the exact same, and that is Ethereum starting to outperform. Now, for a while, Ethereum outperforming was a complete meme because it was doing really badly, but now, looking at the chart, you can see we have finally broken out on Ethereum on the 1 hourly chart. We've finally made new highs, and we've broken out of a range that we've been sitting in for the majority of the last week. So Ethereum now breaking out aggressively to the upside, and interestingly, even versus Bitcoin, we are for the first time seeing an ETH BTC breakout. This is clearing a very major level, because this has been resistance on the 13th of June and the 11th of May. So twice over the past 6 months, we've tried to break through this level. We haven't been able to, and this is the first time. And although Bitcoin is very different this cycle in terms of who's actually bidding, right? It's mostly the institutions, it's mostly companies adding it to their balance sheet. The Ethereum wealth effect, I think, in the market is still a lot more prominent for altcoins, because if people put their money into Bitcoin ETFs, if treasury companies buy up Bitcoin, it doesn't have the same effect anymore because there's not that same liquidity flow that pumping Bitcoin has on the market that it previously did for altcoins. However, Ethereum, it still does have a wealth effect because there are so many whales that use ETH on chain. ETH is still largely the barometer for altcoins. If you did watch my video where I went through what could trigger alt season, I did an AI analysis a few weeks ago. The number one thing that the AI found was actually Ethereum outperformance. And I'm coming on here today to tell you that ETH is now starting to outperform. And this is something that you have to pay attention to. I think right now is a very good time to lock in and focus on opportunities in the market, because what Ethereum starting to break out does is it creates a positive environment for alts to run. Now, this doesn't mean everything is going to go up all at once, but what it does mean are that strong altcoins now don't have that same overhead sell pressure, that same overhead resistance that they previously had, which was stopping them from pumping. A positive Bitcoin created that environment, and then an ETH breakout is further creating this environment. And I think it's causing a lot of other people to believe again. So if people are going to believe again, now I want to talk about what this could actually look like. How big could this pump be, and what does it mean for altcoins? Well, I'm going to show you today a chart that not many other YouTubers are talking about, but I think is extremely important, and it's the others BTC chart. So this is the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 10 versus Bitcoin. So a lot of people will show you the total chart, which is breaking out. The reason why I don't think this is the best example, though it certainly looks bullish, is because it includes stablecoins and it includes Bitcoin. The others BTC chart basically just tracks the mid caps and the small caps. This is your true alt season index. This is your dirty degen index. And it's not only charted against USD, it's charted against Bitcoin, because your goal as a crypto investor is to outperform Bitcoin. And we are getting an Ethereum breakout, but others BTC has only just started to reverse on the lower time frame. So if you want to go down from the weekly to the daily, you can see that we've just had our first money noodle flip on the daily since January. We've been basically trending downwards in this bearish formation. We've finally flipped momentum from bearish to bullish. This is the very beginning. This is the first flip that we've seen. We have a little bit of resistance here at the 12.5 level, but if we clear this zone, the next major zone, as you can see on the weekly, is this orange trend line, which we have been knocking against and basically forming lower highs and bearish periods for altcoins. Now, I want to show you something very interesting. Remember last November? Remember the mania? Remember how crazy it was? Remember how many huge runners we had? I don't know. Your portfolios were probably at highs. My portfolio was at highs. It was absolutely insane. That was just a bearish retest of this trend line. If you want to look at what happened in November, this run from the 28th of October until the 2nd of December, this was that big pump. And all it was a lower high for the others BTC chart. Just in that period, which I think, if you go onto the chart, was around 42 days. Just that period gave us, firstly, a massive meme season, the biggest meme season we've ever seen. The trenches were the biggest they've ever been. Even after it made a lower high, so this might look like the top, which it is, but even afterwards, in this downtrend here, this wick to the downside here, we had a huge AI agent season where we printed on the AI agent coins. What this slight outperformance of others BTC did just for 42 days is send things absolutely flying. So I'm hearing a lot of talk about making new highs in altcoins and altcoins getting back to highs and big massive explosions. That's all very well and good. But let me tell you something right now. All we need in the crypto market, the only thing we don't need a huge altcoin breakout. We just need a tiny move on others BTC. Just a little move back to this trend line, which we've been knocking against since 2022. Yes, we're technically in a macro downtrend for altcoins, but all we need is that slight bit of relief. And there are signs that we might get that soon with ETH starting to break out, ETH BTC starting to break out, and a reversal for this on the daily chart. That's all we need to make a lot of money in the market. So stop overcomplicating things. Look at the signs when the market is starting to go risk on and position during those periods, be more aggressive during those periods, take bets during those periods, have invalidation to the downside if you didn't before. Make sure every single time you go into a trade, you have a stop loss, and use this to your advantage, because this is all it took to have huge runners in the market. So if we just do this again, we're going to be able to hit on this channel 5, 10, 15x's. I think we'll even do better than November if this happens again, because I'm a lot better in the markets now. I've used this last 6 months to really level up my AI algorithms, the way that I'm implementing that in my research. My research team is bigger than ever. I have a bigger employee base than ever to help me with research. Mars High Club is better than ever. We now have the Telegram, so I have more places to broadcast my thoughts to give you updates on coins, which was an issue in the past. So I'm personally well set up, and thus you guys are really well set up, even if we just get a small pump to really capitalize. So I just wanted to put things in perspective for you today, because I'm hearing about these crazy altcoin seasons, but the data shows us all we need is a tiny bit of outperformance on altcoins to actually have huge gains. And this was only 42 days, right? In terms of the current reversal, if you want to go onto the daily chart here, you can see that we've currently only been in this reversal for like 10 days time. So if you actually go back and look at November, you can see that the reversal period took 21 days time, so double what it's currently took before we went into a big rally. And the beginning of that rally took another 17 days, but then the entire season till January 20th, which was when Trump coin launched and everything really went bad, was another 59 days. So this move might take even longer than that, because I personally think that we're going to peak slightly later in the year. So you do have time here to position. There's no need to panic. We are very early in the scheme of things, but I wanted to give you some basically context in today's video. Even if you miss Bitcoin, right? At least what Bitcoin does, even if you own no Bitcoin, pumping Bitcoin making all-time highs, Bitcoin going to 150 to 200 like I think it will, is very good for altcoins, because it elevates the overall sentiment in the crypto market. And this enables altcoins to actually run. The problem is when Bitcoin's chopping sideways and ETH BTC is bleeding, people aren't feeling comfortable to allocate to altcoins. Then it becomes this kind of environment where there's just so much sell pressure. Every time there's a pump, alts get faded. But in this environment, when Bitcoin's trending upwards and ETH BTC is trending upwards, a more lights on environment, alts are actually able to pump. So okay, maybe it won't be a crazy alt season, like 2021, but it could be like November where we see specific sectors, very hot narratives. Last time it was memes and AI, might even be memes and AI again. The strongest coins in these narratives can do very, very well. Now the coins might be slightly different from what they were last time because we have some newer coins in the market and we'll even have some new launches which could do very, very well. Actually, one new launch I talked about in my market update. This launched this morning and I'm buying into that coin. So link in the description below after this video. Join my Telegram and check out that trade because I actually think that could be one of the strongest coins of this cycle. But I wanted to keep this video a little bit more concise and just talk about the general market stuff. Apart from that, what are some other things that you can do to maximize this next little period in the market? I posted in my Discord today a little bit of a tip, which I think is very good. I would start creating DEX screener watch lists. So I know a lot of people have TradingView watch lists, but there are so many on-chain plays in a good environment. So I posted in Discord this morning. I said one thing I've started doing with many on-chain plays is creating a new watch list on DEX screener to complement my majors lists on TradingView. Whenever my team or I find a new on-chain play, I add it to my list so I don't forget it. Organization is key. So if we head into a crazy market, you want to be keeping tabs on all the coins that are running. And when you find something or you research something, you actually want to add that to your watch list so you can keep on top of it. And I'm giving updates all the time in my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below if you do want to become a part of my best offering, my most exclusive offering, the Mars High Club. Come and join using the link in the description because I post amazing analysis every single day. I'll stop revealing too much because I've been posting a lot of alpha in there. I have a coin updates channel as well where I give updates on dozens and dozens of coins on a daily basis. Glad to see as well members of the group are enjoying these Telegram messages. Goose said, "Shit, that Telegram's popping. Thanks for the info. I'm definitely going to spend more time on in there for the alpha." But of course, got to say, Paradise, Morin, Doc, Fabian, and Dude in here are the goats of MHC for real. And I got to shout out the other contributors of the Mars High Club because they've been absolutely amazing. Dude's been killing it. He's been on a winning streak. Paradise is always killing it in the market as our head low time frame trader. Morin is an amazing upcoming swing trader. And Doc, you guys probably know him. Very, very big presence on X. And Fabian is our low cap gem hunter. He's been posting a lot of stuff very regularly. So if you want to maximize this next period in the market, come join MHC and join us. If you can't afford MHC, or even if you are in MHC, I also recommend joining my free Telegram, the Vault, link in the description below, because that has the little daily video updates, and then the Discord is much more comprehensive. We have 5 analysts. I post all my calls there first, and I answer questions there, and I do private AMAs there. So that is my real inner circle, and then the Telegram is kind of like the next step from that, just for like little short daily bites. And another thing I wanted to announce on this video, a much shorter video by my standards, is that I'm going to start streaming again here on the YouTube channel. You guys remember for years I used to stream daily on Crypto Banter. I kind of fell out of love with streaming because I was kind of having to come on and do news updates in streaming format, which didn't really start to make sense for the type of content I was creating. But where it does make a lot of sense is research, because I do see the power in communal research. So you guys probably have coins you want to share with me. I want to look at them. I want to find gems. As I said before, I've created this new DEX screener watch list. I'm looking for lots of on-chain gems. I'm looking for lots of low caps. In fact, the 2 coins that I bought today were low caps. So that is something I'm trying to do to maximize this next period of the bull run, getting into a lot of the on-chain plays that are hot and have strong narratives. So the best way for me to research live, find these coins live, and share these with you is actually through live streaming. So I'm going to be bringing it back. We're doing our inaugural test live stream on Friday on the YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed and have the post notification bell on. It'll also be broadcasting over on X as well. And then if you guys enjoy it, we will make it a regular thing, either once or twice a week. And I'm not just going to be on there. We're going to have guests. We're also going to have some of my research team members coming on and giving alpha. These are the same guys that found useless at 30 mil before it went to 370, that found launch coin at 15 mil before it went to, I think, 350. So they're finding so much amazing alpha. Many other lower cap plays as well. It's going to be degen, just giving you a warning. We're definitely going to have lots of disclaimers on the video because some of the stuff could go to zero. Some of the stuff could absolutely explode. Just want to warn you that it'll be much more degen. So if you just like, majors and normal stuff, stick to my normal shows. If you want to do a bit more on-chain stuff, come check out these live streams because it's going to be a lot of fun and that's a chance for us to hang out and you can ask me questions and stuff like that. So on that note, I am going to head off. Thanks for watching this video. I think there are good times ahead in the crypto market. Don't be stupid. Like, definitely have invalidations for trades. That's a concept I'll be speaking a lot more about because I think even if you're going to take an on-chain play, like you can do something like, I'm going to buy into this play at 30 million, but if it goes to 20 million, that's my invalidation because that is a key technical level or just a key level that, I'd like to cut 50% of my position at because you got to play the risky game to make money in the crypto market sometimes, but don't just hold those bags to zero because things are going to get really fun, but then afterwards things are going to collapse. So you want to have an invalidation this time and take profits on the way up. So you actually, maximize this next period in the crypto market because you may get a second chance now to redeem your mistakes from November, but I don't want you to waste it. I want to make sure that you do the right thing, you have invalidations and you're taking profits. I'll leave all the necessary links in the description below if you want to become a part of the Miles High Club and the free Telegram. And then I will see you in the next video tomorrow and on Friday for the first live stream. See you guys later. Peace out.